what could it be? What's going on, everybody? This is Tyler, and I am back with a brand new video. So lately, I've been feeling kind of up and down about my art. Over the past couple months, I've had what's known as imposter syndrome. I felt this a lot lately, and I kind of wanted to bring it to light because it's a pretty serious thing, and it affects a lot of artists, and just people in general, but definitely artists. I feel like I'm constantly seeing artists I look up to and feeling like my art isn't really living up to that. And this is not a good way of thinking, and I want to nip that in the butt right now. So today's video is about celebrating your growth as an artist. To me, looking at your growth and celebrating it is the biggest way to get over imposter syndrome as an artist. Instead of comparing your art to something that someone else is doing, you need to compare your art that you're doing now to your art that you've done in the past. This is something I would definitely recommend doing almost every single year, is taking what you're doing right now and looking at what you did maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, and seeing the improvement there. I feel like as artists, we want to be striving to get better every day, every year, every time we put pencil to paper, or in my case, pen to tablet. And I think, all artists, we all struggle with getting in funks, getting into mental blocks. And I think the best way to get over that is to look at what we've done before and really appreciate how far we've come and how much we've grown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my Instagram, and I'm going to kind of show as an example of where I am now and where I was a few years ago when I first started digital art, and show that kind of growth there, and kind of give an example of what you should be doing on a yearly basis at least. So right now, guys, I have my Instagram pulled up here, and I think that for me, it's pretty apparent my growth, and you can see it right from my Instagram. Now, I don't have a ton of posts on my Instagram currently. I've only been uploading digital art for probably about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. So there's not a ton on here. Other artists you guys might know or might be inspired by are going to have more pieces on here, and it's going to be even more evident than it is for me. But let's just take my first piece here that also happens to be my profile picture, and it is this drawing I did of Pearl from the movie, well, Pearl. And this is one of my favorite pieces to this day. That, of course, is again why it's my profile picture, and it fits everything that I love, right? I love horror movies. She's one of my favorite horror movie characters of recent memory. I love that film, and I think a lot of my inspirations just are kind of right here on display. My Disney inspiration especially is very evident in this piece. I love how it looks, and I'm so happy with it. But now if we kind of scroll down my Instagram here, down to the bottom, you'll see there's a very, very, very big difference between some of the stuff at the top and some of the stuff at the bottom. So I'm going to click on one of my favorite pieces back when I first kind of started, which is this piece. I called it The Flower. This was a study of a reference photo I found on Pinterest. And I think there is just such clear growth. When I look at this, there's stuff I like, but frankly, I think I could just do this so much better now. And I can't really zoom in, but like some of the line work in this is really my biggest issue. I think some of the color blocking is not great either. And these are just things that you'll notice when you look at your old work and reevaluate some of the stuff that you once did and were once very proud of. And I'm still proud of this piece. I'm proud of where I was once and how I kind of started out, And you'll see there, I have a post that I'll put on the screen right now. It's not on my Instagram anymore, but this one was my actual first digital art piece, and you can really see just in this piece right here how much I've grown since this. And I didn't really know what I was doing, and I had to learn a ton. I had to watch a ton of videos that kind of explain things and really got me going, because I really didn't know what I was doing. And I think that just seeing that as a visual of like where you were and where you are now is just so mentally freeing. It makes me feel juiced and makes me feel refreshed, and it helps me get out of those blocks where I'm like, hey, I can go and create something really, really awesome. Just celebrating yourself, be happy with yourself and happy with the stuff that you are creating now, and don't think that that's bad, right? You should be proud of what you're doing, and every time you look back on your old work, you should be even more proud every single time. This thing of growth happens with every single artist, even some of the biggest ones that you might be a gigantic fan of. Some of the ones I'm a big fan of, Sam Desarts here, right? Look at something he's done now and something he did originally a few years ago. Like, there's such a big difference, and that's because all of us as artists are growing. Here's J. Scott Campbell, something he's done recently and something he did a long time ago. You can just see that growth and how much more confident they get over the years, and that's because practice and just growing and learning more is going to make you even better and more confident with the stuff you do. The next step to that after that year is to start planning things for the future. Set new goals. See what you can improve on and achieve those things. If we look at myself, even some of my work today, I think that there is so much that I can improve on still. I think for me, my goals this year as an artist are to draw more things that are creatively challenging. A lot of my work in the past has just been art studies of really just reference photos because I was learning, and that's fine, but now that I feel like I've learned enough, I need to start doing more creative things, as well as more environment pieces. I feel that I've done a starking lack of them, and I need to do more of that. Now it's time for you as an artist to see what you could do better and what you need to grow as and what you need to do in the future. And this could be a lot of things. If you are a traditional artist, maybe you want to take that first step into doing digital art. If that's the case, invest in yourself. Invest in what's going to make you happy and what's going to make you grow as an artist. If that means investing in a nice tablet or an iPad, go ahead and do that. You don't need to break the bank on something like a Wacom Cintiq. You can get something a little bit more affordable. When I first started out, I used a Huion tablet that was a Canvas Pro 16, I think. And it was quite small, you know, it was a pretty small thing, and it was great for starting out. I didn't need to do a whole ton, and it was great for learning and figuring things out. Now I've upgraded to a Canvas Pro 24K, which is also by Huion, which I love their products. And now it's a lot bigger surface, a lot higher power, and it's something that I appreciate a lot more, but I wouldn't have started out with that. If you're already into digital art, maybe assess other things that you could grow as. Maybe it's your line art, maybe it's back to the basics of just the drawing and the fundamentals of the anatomy and all these type of things. I think assessing what you could do to grow and then actually achieving it and growing is huge and is extremely important as well. At the end of the day, I want you guys to take away from this video that what you're doing is great, and you don't need to compare yourself to these people who have been doing art for much longer than you, because at that point it's not really worth it, and it's just going to make the mental aspect of art a lot more challenging. Start by comparing your art to your past art, and that is going to help you so much. Anyway guys, I know this is a bit of a shorter video for this week, and I'm sorry. Next week though is a very exciting video, and I'm so excited to make it and get it done, and I am so excited for you guys to see it. It's a very big thing, but we'll keep it under wraps until next week when it releases. What could it be? What could it be? But I hope you guys got some value out of this video. It's something that I've really wanted to talk about for a little while now and wanted to just rant about in a way. And I feel very strongly about this, and it's something that as an artist, I feel like we need to take into account. But some of these tips I think are just useful for people in general. So I hope that this was helpful, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I want to thank anyone and everyone who's tuned into this video. If you liked it, please click that like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more art videos coming soon, once every single week. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks again. See you guys later.